life or my home. I'm here to teach you how to begin paint pouring. When I first started, I couldn't stop. And my coworkers were all saying, you need an intervention. Some of them I've given away, some of them I have hanging in my house, as you'll see. And I can't wait to get back. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a little tired of doing projects around the house. Let's begin. These happen to be some of my creations when I first started with paint pouring. Then I couldn't stop. As you can see, I have them all over. At the top of my stairs, in the bedroom, on metal, and on glass. I couldn't stop myself. My co-workers were saying, you need a paint pouring intervention. What you'll need something to cover your work surface, whether it's plastic or these nice aluminum trays that I got at the dollar store, 3 for $1, because the surface that I'm painting on today is kind of small. You'll need canvas. Today I'm using a canvas board. You'll need push pins, or you can use cups to hold up your canvas board or canvas for tilting. You need cups for pouring the paint. These are small bathroom cups, again, because I am using a 8x10 canvas board, so my surface is not that big, and this is going to be a clean pour. To hold up my canvas board so that I can lift it up to tilt. Or you can use cups and hold it up that way using 4 cups. Gloves so that you don't get paint all over your hands. You'll need craft sticks and you'll need paints. And because we're beginners, you don't have to get expensive acrylic paints. You can just go to Walmart. This is what I did. Some of them are like 50 cents. Folk Art, Apple Barrel, maybe $1. Some of the other ones I actually got from Michael's or from the dollar store. And you'll need some type of floating medium. We're using Elmer's glue oil, half glue, half water. Shake it up really well. There are other floating mediums, but they're expensive. And since you want to play around and see how you feel about paint pouring, you might just want to use the Elmer's glue oil. Let's begin preparing the paint. You're going to take 1 part of your floating medium, to 2 parts of paint. Oops. You're going to stir that really well. Continue stirring, and if you see that it's still too thick, you can add a little water at a time. I use a spray bottle with water, and then you continue to stir. Once it's at that consistency, still too thick, see how it's flowing? That's how you want it. Now I'm going to prepare the rest of my colors. I chose 4 different colors: a blue, a white, an orange, and a hot pink. See, each one gets its own craft stick. And like I said, 1/3 will be the glue, or 1 part glue and 2 parts paint, mixed until it's sort of like a pancake batter. And then if it's not like that, you're going to add a little water, and it's easier to do it from a spray bottle only because it's just easier to handle When you're pouring it out of a cup, it just gets to be too much. You put in too much, you have to start over again. So this is going to be a clean pour, what they call a clean pour. And we'll see what happens. Now you can pour your paints however you want. You can squiggle it around. You can do it straight up and down. I think I'm going to do it straight up and down. And don't forget to wear your handy dandy gloves because they're going to keep your hands from getting paint. So I'm going to do the blue first. I think that's a pretty color. And then I'll try the pink. Then the orange. Then the white. Oh, my white is a little too thick, so let me thin it up. Okay, I think I'm good here, and we can start pouring. Trying to get the paint as close to the corners as possible. Now this is where the magic happens. You're going to start tilting. Your paint will start running. And you can let it tilt until you're satisfied with what your accomplishment is going to be, or how you really like it. I think this is looking pretty good, don't you think? Until you get into all the nooks and crannies and make sure that all your dry areas are covered with the paint. This is looking pretty good. I'm kind of happy with it. I like it. And you can always do the ends with the excess paint. I still have to tilt there because that corner is not getting any. And I am pretty happy with this. Now remember that it's not going to dry this glossy. So we'll let it dry overnight and we'll see what happens. So as your painting starts to dry, it'll start doing things on its own, like creating these little cells. You'll see the little bubbles and it's creating cells right here. And then there are smaller cells. So you never know how your finished product is going to look. And that's the whole fun of it. That's why I got so involved with this. And I just love it. I love the process. I love how easy it is, and I hope you do too. We'll check it out tomorrow, see what the dry product looks like, and that will be the end of the class. Thank you for joining me. Good morning. I hope that you had a nice restful sleep and that you are still all safe and sound. I will show you my finished project. One correction is that if you do thin out your paint in the cup while you're stirring because you've added too much water, just add more paint until you get to the consistency that you need. So here's my finished project. I lost some of the blue only because of the fact that I kept tilting. So that's one of the things that's going to make you crazy, is because you don't want to stop tilting. But if you like what you see, it's best to stop tilting. And as you can see, mine is a little warped because it is a board. So what I do is I put it on the table and many heavy books on top of it until it flattens out. Then I purchase a frame that's going to be good for the board, look good together. And I finish it off with some varnish or some glaze. You finish this up and put it in a frame, you'll need to varnish it or glaze it, or you can spray it, you can brush it on. I find that the brushing leaves streaks. I have used polyurethane clear gloss, but my latest go-to has been Rust-Oleum triple thick glaze. Leaves a nice glossy finish, and that's pretty much it for now. So happy painting!